In this video, I'm going to help you to play more aggressive on your forehand, and if you want to play more aggressive on your forehand and use more your forehand, you need to dominate forehand in this part of the court, because when we are good on forehands, we mean that we are really good, maybe, or maybe no, for sure in this part of the court, because we create our game and a system that will make our opponent always play cross court and to this side, because as you know, 70% of the times in tennis we play cross court statistically. So if you base on your game on that, which means if the ball goes to your forehand, you play high to his backhand and he's gonna play the first ball cross court, and you are always here to play with your forehand. And if you do if you play here on this side high and down the line, then you're gonna do the split step here. And when he plays the ball, you already know that he's going to play 70% of the ball, 7 out of 10 cross court. So you do the split step, you do this step, and here starts your forehand, your best shot. That is, you do this, and while you run, you prepare, or you can keep it here, but you prepare then later, you stop, power is in your legs, and then you explode against the ball. And then to recover, I'm going to do slower later, but it's just this 1, 2 split. And on this side is really different from that, because when you are here, the power again is coming from your legs, the head of the racket goes down here, and when you do this, then you're going to explode to the ball here, okay? And you want to brush the ball, so you really need this part. Again, imagine your hand is there, okay? And here in this moment you accelerate, so you go, 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 imagine your hand is there. And on this side, you can actually, instead of do this as I explained for beginners, you can actually do this if you want. So you can do this because you will have time while you do this. You are here, while you do this, you have time to prepare your racket. You don't need just to go here, because if you are running away of your forehand, most of the times it's because you have the time. And then you need to understand also, do I have the time or I don't have the time? If you have the time, you can do that. If you don't have the time, but you are really good on your forehand, like in my case, I always prefer to hit one forehand and balance and do this, then one backhand, even if I have a lot of balance. So you need to understand which player are you and what serves you the best. I always recommend to become really good on your forehand, because as you know, if you have a really good forehand, you have a really good match game, and you have a lot of confidence, because forehand alone is enough to win most of the tournaments. And if you are watching this video, I can guarantee that if you have a good forehand, you can win any match. For example, when I was 15, I was playing the national championship in Portugal of under 18. I was only 2 points away to reach quarterfinals doing underarm serve. Somehow I lost confidence on my game and I couldn't serve. Don't ask me why, I don't understand why, but I did underarm. I covered all court with forehand, alone with 15 years old, and I really only 2 points away. So if I did that, you can do, and if you are an adult any level, and you can perfectly win any match. If you have a good fitness, a good forehand is enough. Then of course, if you are a professional top 100 ATP or any player ATP, you really need to have a good serve, but then a good serve alone is also not enough, because I can just put my racket like that or like this and the ball goes immediately back. So then you need to have a second shot that is powerful, and again, most of the times is the forehand. So, and you never want to go against the statistics. So if we know that forehand is the shot that you win more and you open more angles and you can do everything, I would recommend to start here, and then later you can adjust and you can work more on drop shots, you can work more on your backhands and become good. But talking about this, and by the way, I just launched 2 courses, I even forgot to mention here, but the second one is top spin and open stance, and I do believe this is the best tennis online course because it's fast. I don't give a lot of fluff, it's straight to the topic, and you can work alone, no coach, no partner, and no materials if you don't have, so it's perfect for you. You can really feel more the ball, and it will completely change your game. But I also have the first course that is about technique and footwork, and covering the first or basic mistakes you are doing and how to fix them with specific drills that help over 1,000 players in my career to improve your game. So this is all you need to improve. If you are more than beginner, I would suggest to start with the second course, but if you do the second course, you will love it because it's really, really good. And then you'll think, okay, it makes sense to do the first also, because if you want to become good, the foundation is the secret. So you need the technique, you need the footwork, and you need that basic, basics. And it's a little bit boring, but it should be boring because it's repetitive, and it's not about doing more or doing more exercises and more drills. No, it's doing less, but do it properly, do it consistently, and work a lot until you become good. It's not supposed to be fun. You can find funny ways to do this, but the work is there. And then the second course is much more deep into details. You can work a lot, and it's perfect. I'm really proud of this. That's why also don't feel any, I don't know, I can be here talking about that because I'm proud of that course. And then you have my book where you can complement and understand my methodology, how I created, why, and actually for volley, for smash, for serve, the basics of everything. It's really interesting if you like tennis, so I think you will enjoy. Talking about the inside out and inside in, you need to understand every time you run away from your forehand, the first ball, I'm going to teach you the footwork also, but the first ball you should play high and cross court, okay? And if you can, open a little bit angles, but it's not easy at first. But if you can, at least short cross court and high balls like this, okay? Here, and there is a person there, that's why I play slow. And then you are here again, because you expect again another ball cross court. And then the second ball, you can open again a little bit more the angle. And the third ball, you go against the ball and you try to go further down the line. And here is the shot that makes a difference. But remember, when you play down the line, you have more chances of missing. So be sure that ball is a great ball to attack, otherwise don't do it. Because if you want to be more aggressive, you also need to understand that just aggressive itself is not enough. Because if I play against someone that is aggressive but is not consistent, I'm going to win, because I know, let me go back and just play one or two more balls because he's going to miss one of them. And if you want to be that player that play good balls but also do a lot of mistakes, it's okay. He's not the player I want. He's not the player I want to build, and he's not the player I expect you to be. Because if you are here watching these videos because you want to get better, that's why I also talk about my courses, because I do believe you really need that step by step. So with I say the exercise exactly in the moment you need to work them, and you don't need a coach anymore. You can just watch that course and watch these videos. I'll be here forever because I love YouTube. I love to help you, and I love the engagement you are giving to me in these comments and in this commenting section. So thank you so much. I'm really grateful for that. But basically, coming back to the forehand, I really wanted to say that if you are here, okay, and the ball is going to be there, you do the split step. And I say this again because, again, this is to do the basics more often. When you do the split step, is on your toes, not with flat foot, okay? And then you read the ball and you do one, okay? And here, if you do it with the head of the racket there, okay, split step one, while the ball is going, you run like that, okay? It's not like this, it's to do steps back, one, and you run like that. And then you can run fast, as you see. And then while you go, you can keep the racket here in the beginning, or you can prepare like that. And then when you stop, okay, power is here, okay? And then when you want to play, the power is coming from your legs, and more power you bring from your legs, more aggressive you'll play. And then you need to accelerate and you will jump. And when you jump, you go with your body weight against the ball and you are here. So the easiest way to recover is to do this. 1, 2, split step. So basically you do here, you go, okay, you play, 1, 2, split step. This is the easiest way. You can put a cone here and always do 1, here, go, 1, 2, split, go around the ball and do again. 1, go, stop and go, and then 1, 2, split and go around. You can do this as many times as possible. Then of course you can do just this and keep your hands, your legs on the floor, okay? Or if you want more, you can jump to the ball and put more body weight. More body weight you put, more aggressive is the ball. But remember, if you do inside out or inside in, like inside out is when you play cross court, so you run away and you do cross court. If inside in is when you play down the line. But in this ball, inside out, inside in, you can play a little bit more flat, but you need to play with topspin and you need to keep the head of the racket lower. If the ball is here, the head of the racket is here. If the ball is here, the head of the racket is here. This is the secret, is the hack to accelerate 100% of the balls inside, and it's really difficult to miss because the head of the racket is here, okay? If you only accelerate when the head of the racket is lower, it's much easier. So that's why if you are a beginner, or if you are not using this shot a lot, in the beginning you miss this shot, and most of my players miss this shot because they do this. You want to do this, and you keep your head here. You're going to stop as professionals here, and the head of the racket is low. Then you're going to lose the timing, and you're going to play close to your belly or abdomen. You're going to miss more. So what I recommend is in the beginning to think, prepare earlier, and understand when the ball is bouncing that the racket should be here. If you are a beginner, if you are more advanced, you already have more knowledge, more experience, you understand where the ball is going to be and what you need to do. So you will understand that when the ball is bouncing, your racket most of the times is still here. And then lastly, you do this, but you already know because you have too many hours on court. What you can do is and is one of the biggest mistakes in tennis, and the biggest channels in tennis are big, but are talking for professionals and with professional experience without understanding that a beginner needs to do different things from a professional. You need to start from the base, from the foundation, and usually good tennis players or coaches that teach professionals didn't study the basics and don't have the experience with beginners to understand, okay, what works best for you. And that's why where I have too much experience and where I can really help you, because I work a lot with high competition. I have a lot of experience traveling with players for futures and for ITFs and helping them achieve more goals, also because it's a lot of mindset. But I also have a lot of experience working in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi and in Vilnius for 3 years. So I work with people from all around the world, almost all countries. I apply all these methodology with all of them. All of them are happy. I got a lot of feedbacks, and then I thought, okay, if I did this with everyone, if everyone did the same mistakes, all of them work the same, why not to help you and create videos where I can actually, instead of helping one, help millions of people worldwide. And that's why I'm so passionate about this, and too passionate to help you, because I know that this works. I know that if you give time, if you give reps, and if you believe on you, all of this works. But you need to understand, is not one lesson, 2 or 3 that will make the difference. You need to do this every single day consistently. And again, one important thing is take this as like I approach, for example, I approach when I started social media, like you should approach, in my opinion, tennis. And this shot is like, okay, let me try this for 10 years and see if I can become good. And the faster you understand and accept that will take longer, also the faster you will get the results you understand you want, because you are relaxed about that. And with this, I mean, instead of wanting to do more and do like 5 hours every single day for 6 months and then you don't get the results and you give up, just do like 3, 4, 5 hours a week max. Enjoy your life, go with family, work out, do different sports, and do these 5 hours or 3 or 2, whatever, for 10, 20, 30 years, and see how good you become in that time. You will enjoy more, and you will play longer, and you will avoid injuries also, and you enjoy more life. That is the goal. Also, I want to say to you that while you are here preparing, this arm is always here. It's not pointing to the ball here, because if you point, if you do one here, and if you point to the ball like that, you will be facing the court, and it's one of the biggest mistakes. So you always need to prepare and be here with your arm, okay? And then you go, and when you accelerate, this arm comes to your chest like that. If you want more speed, this arm needs to work. If you go away, you're gonna miss more because you're gonna lose the balance. So you go here, I'm gonna play down the line, you're gonna do this and this. Actually, it was a really good ball. I wish you could see, because the study says that every time you do this, you're gonna accelerate more. You can see many videos. I know this works, and I know this will work for you. I think I mentioned a lot of things on this course. Just again, use topspin, never play too flat, always play with topspin to be more consistent on your game, and always try to play as aggressive as you can. And again, if you didn't like this video, I guess you even didn't think about that, but now you are thinking, and now you are liking. So thanks for doing that. Thanks for liking. And about the comments, comment here again from where you are. It's really interesting to know that this is worldwide, that my course, my 2 courses and my book already reach over 30 countries, and I get so many countries here, so it's really helpful. And also that I'm traveling more, and the best locations and the most locations that are commenting here are the places I'm going to travel this year and next year more. I'm going to go to Maldives tomorrow, so I hope you can enjoy these videos. Let me know if you have any doubts, and I hope to see you in this video right here. Thank you.